るはずだ。やっぱりダメか。
いいよ。うん、それがいい。
何も心配いらないからな。
うん、僕はユウクのもの。
All right, my friends, we just got done watching A Rank episode number 11, and this was a really interesting episode, but one thing I wanted to kind of start off the video with is, if you guys notice on the ED actually has the new girl. So they went into the depths of this new dungeon, and the running theory is that this dungeon is much like the Abyss dungeon. What was it called? The Achromatic Abyss. Much like that dungeon, this dungeon is just another crossover to another world. That is at least Yuke's ongoing interpretation of why these dungeons are appearing as they are, is actually like it's a border into another world, which I definitely tend to agree with that. And one of the things that I had thought of originally when I saw the ED originally was that, oh, this is Lady Persephone. But it seems that's not the case. It seems that the girl on the ED is going to join the party as well. And next episode is called the Golden Shrine Maiden. So my guess is that the girl that they found is this maiden. And the ED shows her as part of it. So more than likely, she's going to join the group as well. The other thing about this episode, it was really important as a marriage episode. Long story short is, as I'm sure you watch, Rain gets basically summoned by her grandfather, biological grandfather, on her dad's side, apparently. Long story short, like I said, her mom was a concubine, or was like basically her biological dad messed around. He was a noble, got her mom pregnant. She was a commoner. She got tooted and booted. She got thrown to the street. She ended up dying from a disease or a plague or something like that. Rain has basically made all of her journey on her own now, just kind of with her own hands. She's now being summoned because of her blood ties to go get married to somebody else. And because of that, Yuke's idea is, well, we're going to ignore that letter. We're going to get married because in this country, when you get married, women end up being the man's property. So because he can kind of claim property, at some point, he'll probably end up claiming property, not just Rain, but Silk and Marina as well, to, just to ensure that they're protected. This probably extends and includes Nene as well, too, but she's kind of the outlier. But regardless, I was really hoping that, yes, they would in fact get married. The way that it was done, I can't really say I was a fan of. I thought it would be more romantic, maybe more emotional. Although he's definitely doing this, on paper to protect her and everything else. It was just one of those things that I just wasn't a big fan of. Now, at the end of the day, the outcome was definitely what I liked. And I liked the aftermath of it, too, because he puts in plans to get the marriage license approved, get the marriage certificate, whatever the approvals are to get married officially. And it got approved, and he's definitely going to follow through with that. And I like how the guild lady called him out of like, oh, you sure this is just on paper, blah, 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 blah. But it actually ends up being, something legit, because there is romance between Rain and between Yuke that was already there. This just kind of pushes that forward even more. And even Rain was like, yes, I'm totally down with this plan. I would definitely want to be your property. Regardless, at the end of the day, it's very romantic in a way. It's just I wasn't a big fan of the way that we ended up getting there. Although the end result is still pretty good. The rest of the episode was really just, again, more focused around just exploring the dungeon and the different person that they came across, which I guess was like a humanoid person who maybe got cursed or something like that. Then they extend to the next floor where they met somebody else, and somehow that guy knew exactly. They go up to the next floor and they come across this city, and that's where they find the girl, and they find this guy who can't be caught on stream, can't be caught on camera, maybe based on magic or something. They think he's a hallucination or some kind of manifestation of something, but he was definitely there, and he knows exactly who Yuke is, more than likely because of his ties to Persephone. Would be my assumption there. Not sure, but it is a interesting novel idea. They end up getting back to there later, and they see some kind of like alien versus predator thing there. So we'll see what next episode ends up introducing to us. But overall, I think this was a very good episode. It felt kind of quick. And I think it felt kind of quick because there wasn't a lot of subject matter to go on. There wasn't a lot of stuff happening. This episode was pretty much, we go explore the dungeon, we come across a monster, we defeat the monster, we go to this next floor, we come across the girl, we take the girl, we come across the guy, we report the guy, we report the things, we come back, rain stuff happens, and that's pretty much where the episode ends. At the end of the day, it's a 20-minute episode. Can't expect too much, but overall, I think this was a good episode. I definitely did enjoy it. I was entertained. I was entertained. I was in the episode. I was like really paying attention to what was going on. I definitely really appreciated the episode. So overall, I think this was a solid 7 out of 10 episode. And I'm glad that Rain and Yuke definitely, are finally committing to each other. Committing to one each other. That's not even a word. I'm definitely glad they're committing to one another. But it's obviously definitely going to introduce some kind of turmoil in her storyline as her grandfather finds out that no, she actually got married and that's her property now. So we'll see what ends up happening from there. But overall, I enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, my friends. I'll see you guys next week for episode number 12, I think. Yeah, number 12, which is called The Golden Shrine Maiden. All right. Have a good weekend. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good morning whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you. Hit like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.